Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And no, I'm not in the woods today on opening day of turkey season in Tennessee, probably the first time.
Well, that's why
I can't remember.
That's why it's a beautiful day.
That's right. Yeah, if I was out there, it would be raining
It'd
and
be
things
thunder
like
and
that.
lightning.
Big all kind of warning.
Normally out there on this, but it's an unusual opening day here in still March. It's hard to believe, and Easter is tomorrow, and on April Fool's Day, and all that hits on the same time. But I hope to be in the woods next week, and I have patterned my gun. I'm ready, thanks to my good friends at Birchwood Casey, because of the targets these guys put out. They've been in the business a long, long time. How about 1948? I was 5. That gives you an idea how old I am and how long this company has been in the business. And we're really happy to have on Outdoors with Larry Ray, a gentleman that knows a lot about Birchwood Casey. He has been with them for 2.5 years, but he has over 20 years in the industry. He is the brand manager for Birchwood Casey in sales and marketing, and that is Eric Miller. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Hey, let's talk about Birchwood Casey. I mean, because long time out there, when people think of targets and things along that line, and Dave, you were mentioning, Dave, that you've been spent some money over your lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
With this company.
Lots of money.
Lots of money?
I'm a true believer in Birchwood Casey products.
We appreciate that. That's a good thing.
He really appreciates it. And he's being sincere because he is a shooter. But talk a little bit, because I was, you have this pregame turkey table lock kit that I was looking at here. And I think that you folks, I'm hoping you're not heading to the woods this morning and have not shot your shotgun. That is not good, right, Eric?
That is not good. No, you want to. Hopefully, most people we still have a couple of feet of snow up here in Minnesota, so we're a few weeks off from our turkey season. But everybody should pattern their gun, shoot the loads that they're going to shoot. You want to shoot. You can shoot off a bench to start. But
yes.
Really, it's best if you can shoot kind of up against something, so almost similar to what you will be when you're out in the turkey woods. And just see what the different chokes, different ammo will act differently. And then our target is perfect size of a head, so you can look and gauge your shot density for if you're shooting at 30 yards or whatever distance you're comfortable with. That's really what you're trying to get used to and how far you can really reach out there and shoot them at. You just need to be comfortable and be able to gauge that distance.
We were talking about that. Comfort distance is not set for each person. It's different.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nope.
I've heard 40 yards. In fact, I've been in the woods and didn't take a shot because I thought it was too long, and this guy with me made me step it off just to make sure that I was wrong. Because it was 30, but I'm a 20-yard man. Okay, I'm sorry. That's and targets patterning is so important to turkey hunting, because your target is not very big.
No, it's not very big, and your shot pattern at that distance isn't very big, and the turkey's head is not. So they shoot, they have rifle sights on a lot of the turkey guns, and they shoot that way for a reason, because they do shoot so tight. So you really do need to go out there and be comfortable with distance. If you have the ability to go out and range, when you sit down at a certain spot, range and say, all right, my decoy is 15 yards, so I can shoot on the other side of that, or if you're comfortable at 30. But it's really getting comfortable with your gun, the load, and just knowing what your pattern is going to do at, say, 20 and 30, because it changes drastically.
And in weather conditions, too. Of course, we talked about that.
That's something, you have one thing where you pattern your gun where there's nothing between you and the target.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've patterned guns like in a true turkey situation, with using their targets, because it's, set it up on a point in the woods.
Yeah.
Because what you're shooting through with all the vegetation, it's going to affect your pattern a little bit, and that helps you decide going, okay, I'm going to limit myself to 20, 25 yards, 30 yards.
Yeah.
And so that's what, especially that product, I like their turkey head targets.
The turkey head targets are really super.
And everything that can show you what your pattern actually does through the vegetation.
Yeah,
right.
And I know that not only is the pattern because, hey, I'm old, okay? But I have never I don't get any more excited. They say buck fever and all these different kind of things, but turkey hunting, I didn't take it up till I was 55, okay? Turkey hunting will snap their buttons on your shirt.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
And so that affects me. I wished I could be as excited when I practice.
Right, yeah.
Because I throw it into another gear
right.
when the bird appears in those
You
things.
get the shakes when they're walking in.
What'd you say to Eric? What?
You get the shakes when they're walking in.
Oh, you didn't have to say that. We should have.
Yep.
Can we cut that out right there? So I get the shakes before I even get in the car sometimes.
That's because that target shooting that doesn't gobble back at you.
That's right.
That's exactly right. And again, we're talking to Eric Miller of Birchwood Casey, brand manager for Birchwood Casey. Out of Minnesota, where he says there's still snow on the ground.
2 feet.
Well, we got 2 feet of rain on the ground down here and everything. And the company itself, Eric, I know you've been with them a little less than 3 years, but you've known the company. Tell our listeners a little about the history. 'Cause this company's, like you said, this would be, if I'm not mistaken, we're looking at 70 years here.
Correct.
70 years in the business. That's pretty remarkable for anybody.
Yeah, we started, Birchwood Casey started in 1948.
Wow.
So it's been known. We have a lot of items underneath our brand. But,
yes.
Shoot and See is a big target, big brand for us. Gun Scrubber, all of the gun cleaning chemicals, and then also all of the refinishing products, so metal refinishing, wood refinishing, so things like True Oil, Permablue. It's a broad range of items, both on the chemical side and then on the target side, both with reactive targets like the Shoot and See and the Dirty Bird, and then also all of our paper targets, just the general
Amazing
bullseye in some of the games, and then also, like we've been talking about, the turkey target for patterning. And we also have all of the pregame animals that you can just give you a little more.
The coyote. You got the coyote out there too. I mean, I've seen some people use that and put it on the golf course. Keep the geese away to put it out there and everything like that. But a lot of people, they think of targets, but Birchwood Casey, gun cleaning, and Dave is big on that. He gets me, and I'll give him my shotgun, and he'll clean it up. And he said, "When's the last time you cleaned this thing?" I said, "Well, pretty recently." You guys, the importance of this is not only just target practicing, but take care of your firearm, right, Eric?
Correct. Yep. And it's it helps you function. The guns today, their tolerances are really tight. It doesn't take a lot to get something in them, but if you clean them, a lot of times if you're having an issue, that will alleviate it. But you're protecting your investment when you're wiping it down and making sure that there's no surface rust, or putting it away for whether it's for the week or for the weekend or the end of the season.
Yeah.
You really want to protect that investment that we all make in that.
Well, we got one of our sponsors owns an ATV dealership, several of them, and he's always talking about the people that will bring their ATVs in right before the season starts to get them cleaned up. And then after the season's over, wait 6 months to bring them in to get them cleaned up again. And the important part of the firearm is I can remember when my ROTC days in college, we had to take those what was that? The M60? What was the gun that we had?
You probably had the M1 Garand.
Yeah. We had to take that apart without losing our thumb.
Yeah.
And those kind of things. But the gun cleaning is important, but the target is also. And you guys seemed, I don't know how many products you got. You were reeling them off there because I'm really familiar with the Shoot NC targets and some of the other things. The products, you guys are always trying to come up with something new, right?
Correct. Yeah, there's over 600 items in our in our catalog. They cover a huge gamut of everything within our industry: shooting, gun cleaning. One of the fastest growing areas for us is metal targets.
Yes.
So all of the AR 500 metal targets that have become very popular.
Yeah.
So it's a growing category for us, all of them. We carry the full line of gun cleaning hardware and chemicals, but also just all of the kind of the areas that go along with that as far as shooting and ear protection, eye protection. Kind of we try to cover everything for our customers, whether that be the end consumer or our customer, if it's Cabela's or Bass Pro or any of the big retailers or dealers.
Well, you're there. I mean, you're at that place, and I know you got some pretty good PR folk helping you put this together for us. That I really appreciate being able to take time to talk, particularly on this opening day of turkey season down here. And I really feel for you with 2 feet of snow. I saw the other day down here a boat was pulling a car through here. I mean, we got so much rain that it's hard to keep up with anything like that. So tell our listeners, Eric, how they can get information. What's the name of that website for you guys?
For us, it would be birchwoodcasey.com. We have all of our products are online, and come visit and let us know what you think. We would appreciate it.
And it is cool. They got so many things on there from the pings and all the other things that go along with it. Eric, thank you, buddy. We'll stay in touch. Again, thanks for the help over the years you guys have done with Outdoors with Larry Ray in Memphis, Tennessee. I can't think how many products we've given away on this show or through Wild Game dinners or whatever it might be. You're always there to help us out, and got a lot of fans down here, okay?
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, Eric Miller from Birchwood Casey, and I've always wanted to find out who Birchwood was and who Casey was. It might have been Mighty Casey. I don't know, the baseball player. I should have asked that, but why did you think of that?
Birchwood, and probably named after a tree or something.
You think that? What about Casey?
Maybe
a baseball bat.
Yeah,
Casey at the bat.
Yeah.
Or Casey Jones.
Casey Jones.
Funny story about the products there. He's talking about
got a minute and a half.
The gun scrubber.
Yeah.
I use a lot of gun scrubber. It's an excellent product because it gets all the residue off, and then it evaporates. But the funny story about gun scrubber, I was sitting there cleaning shotgun one day out, and, so where I live, what I got, I have a log home and everything. So
yes, you do.
I got carpenter bees.
Yeah,
the carpenter bee.
Yeah, and you got squirrels gnawing on your house, too.
But I'm sitting there cleaning, and this carpenter bee kept flying around, so I just took the gun scrubber and found a new use for him and just hit him. One drop of gun scrubber will kill a carpenter bee.
Really?
Dead. Yeah.
That's a non-endangered species. Is that legal to kill carpenter bees?
I don't know.
But you just did. All right. We all know it now. So,
all right. So that's an alternative.
Thank you, Dave. I'll think about
little known facts
in
about
my sleep tonight.
Birchwood Casey product.
You're out there killing
Ripley's, believe it or not.
Yeah, believe it or not.
All right, let's take a break. Be right back, and I think it's time for somebody to come into the room with us. No, we'll hold her off now. She's outside. But let's hold her off. I mean, she's really wanting to get in here and put her music. But we're going to talk a lot about Buff coming up on Outdoors with Larry Ray.